Lowe's knows that no matter your paint project, saving is at the top of your list. That's why when you shop today, you can buy one, get one free select Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams one-coat coverage interior paints via rebate. Shop these deals in-store or online today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 8/21 through 9/3.
Bienvenidos a Soy Violentoso Macabro Podcast. Yo soy Ali.
Y yo soy Dee.
Y hoy Dee nos contará de un caso que sucedió en Baytown, Texas.
On January 14th, 2025, 27-year-old Luis Baños Noberto was found dead inside the Baytown apartment he shared with his fiance. At first, the scene suggested suicide, but as investigators dug deep, new evidence raised serious questions about what really happened that morning and who was responsible. This is the tragic case of Luis Baños Norberto.
Advertencia: la información de este caso puede ser desencadenante para algunos. Tenga en cuenta que algunos de estos casos pueden involucrar menores de edad, abuso, violación o violencia. Escuchen con precaución.
Warning: the information on this case can be triggering to some. Please be advised that some of these cases may involve children, abuse, rape, and violence. Listen with caution.
I always look up to him a lot. He was the reason why I went to Impact. I was like his little follower.
He was happy. He had so many goals in front of him.
Por el racismo, o sea, el racismo que conllevó, ya no sabes ni con quién vives. Ya vives con el enemigo, realmente ya no estás seguro ni en tu propio hogar.
On January 14th, just before dawn, Baytown police received a 911 call. On the line, there was a man by the name of Ty Vaughn. His voice was panicked as he told the operators he had found his fiancée dead from a gunshot wound to the head inside their apartment. When officers arrived to the complex around 5:30 a.m., they discovered a horrifying scene. In the couple's bedroom, they found 27-year-old Luis David Baños Norberto lying on the bed. A gunshot was propped against his arm, and nearby was a torn photograph of both Luis and Ty together. The photograph was ripped right in the middle and was close enough for detectives to notice it. At a glance, it looked like a suicide, but Luis's family and investigators would soon insist it was anything but a suicide. Luis was born in Guerrero, Mexico on December 14th, 1997, before moving to the U.S. with his family. Those who knew him described him as a creative, artistic, and hard-working guy. He had risen to a manager position in his job, and it was a role that he took very, very seriously and with great pride. Luis had been in a relationship with Ty for about 4 years. From the outside, their love looked strong and promising. A young couple building a life together. But behind closed doors, things were not as pictured perfect as they seemed. Court records revealed that on Friday, before Luis's death, Ty and Luis had been fighting. According to Ty, he had found out that Luis was still in contact with his ex-boyfriend. After arguing back and forth, Ty told investigators that he left the apartment to visit his mom until everything settled down. But neighbors tell a different story of that morning. Around 4 a.m., 2 of the other people that lived in the complex reported hearing gunshots. According to surveillance footage taken from the apartment complex, Ty is seen walking up the stairs towards their apartment around that same time. But according to investigators, Ty had said that he wasn't at the apartment complex at all during that morning. Not until the time that he went into the apartment and found Luis dead in their bedroom. One of the neighbors said that he saw Ty return home around that same time, which is 4 o'clock. What makes this timeline even more disturbing are the text messages that Ty had sent to Luis. At 4:27, so roughly 20 minutes after they heard the gunshots, Ty had texted Luis, quote, Babe, why are you not texting back? And just over an hour later, so at 5:38 a.m., Ty dialed 911. On the call, he can be heard saying, quote, My spouse is dead. Help, my life is over. Police noted that the details didn't quite add up, and neither did Ty's behavior. From the moment investigators began questioning Ty, something felt off. During the interview, he repeatedly brought up Luis's immigration status, even when it had nothing to do with the questions asked. When detectives searched Ty's phone, they found searches like, quote, Can I kill an illegal human? And questions about whether a, quote, U.S. citizen could legally kill an undocumented immigrant.
That's crazy.
Right.
Whew.
Right.
Oh, wow.
That's very chilling because you claim to love this person. You are engaged to this person. And these are the things that you're looking up on the internet the morning that he died, quote unquote.
It's a human being.
Yeah. Regardless of what it is.
Regardless of their status.
It's still a human being. Yeah.
It's like, what difference was it going to make?
Exactly. I think a lot of the questions that people had asked themselves, especially during this time period, was the fact that it was a question he was asking as if he was going to get off the hook if he did it, quote unquote.
Because they're he, in his head, because he was an immigrant, his life was less.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have received maybe a less sentencing
for killing an undocumented individual. Yeah. And let me remind you, during this time is when the inauguration happened.
Oh, it happened this year. Right.
Yeah.
The murder.
A lot of talk was happening during this specific time. And the fact that Luis was an immigrant, a lot of people were shocked by what this case was about because of how Ty went about doing these research phrases on Google and asking about killing an undocumented person. Before he was named a suspect, ABC Eyewitness News spoke to Ty on the phone, but his responses became very detached. When they asked if he had spoken to Luis on the morning of his murder, he replied, quote, I don't know. The police know all the details. When reporters offered their condolences, Ty coldly said, quote, I mean, it is what it is.
Stop it. He said that?
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? Like, there is no sense of remorse, no sense of empathy. To
There's
just
no
be like,
emotion there. Nothing.
Yeah, to be like, oh, yeah, I know. Especially at this time, it's considered a suicide. So for him to say that, it feels very cold, very lack of emotion, lack of empathy, lack of any sort of regards to a human life, especially when it's your partner, a person that you've been dating for 4 years.
For 4 years, yeah.
It's insane. This enhanced the suspicions that the authorities had when it came to Ty. Investigators now believe that Ty had staged the whole scene. According to court documents, they believe that Ty moved Luis's body and placed the gun to make it appear that he had committed suicide. They also believe he planted the teared up photo to make it seem like the fact that the argument that they had was the reason why he committed suicide. Combined with the witness statements, his internet searches, and the inconsistencies in his story, police began to build their case.
And the videos.
Yeah, exactly. The evidence, which is...
Everything, yeah. He was covering his tracks.
Yeah.
That whole thing where he sent him a message saying, "Why aren't you answering?" He was probably in that room with him.
Yeah.
With his deceased body.
Yeah. Had already staged the whole scene.
Oh.
Prepared, like, his searches. Called 911. Like, the whole thing. It's wild to, like, be that cold-hearted to a person that you said you loved. On March 10th, 2025, nearly 2 months after Luis's death, Ty Vaughn was arrested and charged with murder. In June of this year, a judge set Tyler's bond to $500,000, required him to wear a GPS monitor if he was released. Luckily, he wasn't released, and he's still in prison. He is scheduled to appear in court this September, where prosecutors will lay out the rest of the case, and the court will determine his fate. Luis's family continues to mourn, insisting that he was full of life, love, and dreams for a future. They refuse to accept the staged narrative of suicide. For them and for the justice, the truth about what happened inside the Baytown apartment must come to light. This case is a haunting reminder of how quickly love can turn to tragedy, and how appearances can deceive. What looked like a heartbreaking suicide was in fact something far darker. As the legal process continues, his loved ones are left seeking justice and holding on to the memories of who Luis truly was. This is the tragic case of Luis Baños Norberto.
How could you kill a person? Not an immigrant. Is it legal to kill a person? Because bottom line is, it's a person, it's a human being.
Ya también que hubiera cargos federales, porque es un crimen de odio. El simple hecho de que esta persona supiera el estatus de la persona y supiera que le podía quitar la vida, a lo mejor sin tener consecuencias, lo puede calificar para un crimen de odio.
Porque pues si él le pudo quitar a la vida al que él quería mucho, al que él tuvo que amar, uno no sabe de qué más sería capaz.
Es un ser humano ante todas las cosas, que no se le haga distinción por su estatus migratorio, o sea, él era una persona y se debe de respetar las personas.
Aparte de que con su background de military, él ya debió de haber sabido que
Exactamente.
Todos tenemos rights.
Derechos.
No importa seas ilegal o no, somos personas y todos tenemos rights. Peleaste por nuestros rights, debes de ver.
That was the case for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do apologize for it being late on this episode. That was my fault. It was a stressful week, so I needed some time to put this all together. So I do apologize for it being late. It's all on me.
Boo. No, I'm kidding.
I know. I'm sorry. I know. But we do truly hope that you guys have been taking care of yourself. It's been a very hot summer, a very wild summer. So please continue to take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. And there's been a lot of cases coming up and down the pipeline this recently, and it's been a bit chaotic, especially with the latest one that we have been keeping up with, which is the Emmanuel Haro case, which is tragic on its own. If you've heard about it and you've seen the details on it, you completely know what's going on. It's still an open investigation, but we truly can't believe what's been going on with that case, especially the amount of support from the community that's been like going towards it and researching it and just putting their heart and soul for this sweet little baby that had the most
deserves better
terrible
parents.
Truly. And it's not even him, it's like their stepchildren, their biological children, and that poor baby girl that like had to endure so much torture from this horrible man. Not even a man, a monster.
Yeah.
So if you've been keeping up with the case, let us know, any details you want about the case, and maybe we can share them.
People do not deserve to be parents.
Truly. And I feel like we've covered cases of children being tortured and murdered by their parents or by family members, and it never ceases to amaze me how horrible people can be. And it breaks my heart, especially seeing his photo and the fact that the family didn't even have photos of him in their home and got rid of his clothes when they found, like, when they considered him missing. Completely heartbreaking. But again, we will hopefully talk in more detail about this case in the future when all of this is settled. We'll bring a compact case about that, because truly his case needs to be heard, needs to be seen, just like the many cases of children being murdered by their own parents. I swear, it breaks my heart each time I see cases like this, and just to see the live coverage of this is even more heartbreaking. But again,
and then the shooting in Minnesota in the church too, with the little 2 kids that passed away.
Oh my god, no. Yeah, like I swear, it's a lot of things have been going on, and it's horrible. It's horrible what's going on in the world, and I swear, it's one of those things where it's like we want to shut off the news, we want to shut off like the internet to like not hear about these cases, but at the same time, it's all
happening.
that's going on, and it's true cases, and it's real cases, it's real families that are like mourning their loved ones, and it's heartbreaking. But with that said, our hearts go out to the families that have been affected by this.
And I hope this Luis's family también, they receive some form of peace and sending them so much strength, because I really hope this person receives the sentencing that they deserve.
Oh, I completely agree.
Because this was not a suicide.
It wasn't.
Everything goes against him, and the evidence is there.
Yeah, and I truly hope for the lawyers and the detectives and the investigators to have enough evidence to convict this person of the crime that he committed. So cold-hearted, so emotionless. I truly hope that the family of Luis gets the justice that they deserve. But yeah, we will keep you guys updated if we receive any information when it comes to this case or any of the other previous cases that we've covered. If you want to listen to our previous cases, which are 152, am I right?
151. This will be 152.
Okay, 151 cases that we've covered. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you stream podcasts. Just type in Soy Veloz Macabro podcast and you should find us there. Our whole catalog should be there. If you want to go watch the visual of this podcast, go on YouTube /SVSM_podcast, and the last, I think, 50 episodes should be on there.
Probably around there, yeah.
Roughly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just go on there. You'll see the visual portion of this episode. Leave us a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are on the cases, your opinions. We'd love to see what you guys have to say and your thoughts. And and overall, like, a sense of community when it comes to these cases. Because again, we talk about these cases as a form of, giving the victims a voice and a platform to continue raising awareness of certain cases and certain topics when it comes to, all these true crime cases, whether it's disappearances, child abuse, domestic violence, femicides, all of them. We want to give people the platform of listening to these cases and know that that there needs to be change. But if you want to talk more about those topics in detail, we also have our social media platforms. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, X, or Twitter as it's known, and YouTube as @SVSM_podcast, or on our Facebook at Silvio's Macabro Podcast. You can just drop us a comment, a DM on other platforms, comments, DMs, what else? I forgot what else. Likes, subscriptions, all of that good stuff.
All the good stuff.
I was like, there's so much going on in my brain. You can do all of those little fun things, and
you guys know the spiel already.
Exactly. You can support us by doing that, and it'll help us a lot, and we truly, truly, truly appreciate it. So, yeah. Anything else?
No. Well, just our hearts go out, to those families that lost their children this week, because that's just, it's heartbreaking. School's just starting, and for this to happen, and they were in the church at school, it's
horrible.
They send their kids to school to learn, and imagine thinking they're gonna come back, and for some idiot, a monster, to do something like this, it's
horrible. It's
I can't believe people like this exist in the world.
Terrifying. No, I completely agree. They become more and more constant, and I truly just hate it that this has become something that constantly happens, especially in the US. And it's like, save the children. What are you guys doing? Save the children. They truly, truly are being tortured and like built up with so much trauma from these situations. And no kid should go to school and be scared of like a mass shooting, or having to think about protecting themselves from like possible shooting happening in their school, when they should be there to learn and to expand their minds and become stronger individuals when it comes to like learning and just be kids. They shouldn't be facing these types of situations. So yeah, our hearts go out to the family and to anybody who's been affected by these types of incidents. It's truly uncalled for, and something must be done. But
just take care of yourselves.
Yes, please take care of each other, take care of yourselves, give your loved ones a hug, and truly just embrace each other, because fucking the world is crazy, and the
world is a dark place.
The last thing we need right now is more darkness. So please, love one another, take care of one another, and
show some kindness.
Truly
stop walking around with a fuchi face, and show some kindness to each other, please. Because the more I pay attention, I just notice people are just in their own, they only care about themselves.
Be less selfish and be more of embracing of other people,
be more
and other
caring,
cultures, and just care for one another, because everything that's going on in the world is just horrifying overall. With that said, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, nos vemos la próxima semanita.
We'll see you next week. Bye. Stay spooky.
Ooh.
Bye.